Greetings and salutations, my artsy friends. How is everyone today? So good, I hope. So good. I have so many things to chat about, but I'm really feeling like we all just need some mellow. Do you know what I mean? So, I saw something sort of like this, and do you think I saved it? No, I did not. No, I did not. So, I will do my best memory creating with this idea. Who knows? Who knows where I saw it? All that jazz. But here's what we're going to do. You're going to take a sheet of watercolor paper, and we're going to paint. We're going to create our base on this. So, let's get our commercial out of the way. If you are brand new here, if you would like to follow and share my art videos here, I would greatly appreciate that. Right here on Facebook and on Instagram and on YouTube. I have all three of those platforms have my artwork and my instruction. And then if you would ask to join our private Facebook group, Stitch Along with Anne and Corbiere-Scott Designs Facebook group. The difference between a Facebook page, like you're on right now, and a Facebook group, the Facebook group, you can share, you as a person can share photos and of your creations and that kind of thing. And so, and I can post freebies in the file section there. And so if, like, maybe Desi and I came up with a cool artist study piece that maybe, say, we're going to do on Thursday, you need to go to, because there's going to be a piece that you need for the class, you'll need to go to the file section in the Anne Corbiere-Scott Designs Facebook group to be able to download that and then print it off. So that'll go up probably tomorrow or maybe Thursday early morning. Anyway, if you would do all of those things, I would greatly appreciate it. Today we are going to be playing with my Pocket Full of Posies stamp set from Unity again. This is such a versatile stamp set. I could give you a billion things that we could make with these posies, I'm telling you. So today I'm going to be using those stamps and these stamps and a painted background. So if everybody could get out a piece of watercolor paper, that would be grand. And we are going to paint this we're going to fill this entire sheet. I am using so I got out some of my, I love these colors. I got out some of my Rachel Beth watercolors. You can use whatever you want. But I got out my Rachel Beth because it gives me a limited palette. And I like the challenge of painting with a limited palette. So I have, so just use whatever you have. If you have your big watercolor set, then do those. If you have like, I'm just going to pick 4 colors because that's what these come as. But just pick a limited palette. So pick, I don't know, 3 or 4 colors. I wouldn't pick more than that. It gets a little confusing. And I'll show you what we're going to do. I'm going to use my Filbert brush today, but you could certainly use a flat. You could use, let's see, here's a flat. You could use a flat. You could use a round. Let's see. Right? You could use any of these. I'll leave them all out here. Make sure that you have a big water because we need to stay hydrated. So, by the way, let's all take a drink. Okay, so now I'm going to activate my activate my watercolor, so I'm going to put some water in each of those paints so that it can kind of start working. Good morning, Valerie. Good morning, Keels. Good morning, Sue. Who else is here? Say good morning. I would love to hear what you have to say. I'm going to set these aside. Oh, so while I'm waiting for for that water to work its magic, I wanted to talk to you about my upcoming class, Back to Art School 101, and 101 is crayons. So Desi and I went shopping. You know, Desi, my great niece and my budding artist. She's so creative. Anyway, we were at Walmart, and look what we found. We found 120 crayons, and it was, I think it was like $7 or $8. So it comes with all of these different packs of crayons. Love it. But I was going to tell you, and I can't wait to share all the crayon stuff with you. This class is only $25, so you're going to get 2 hours of crayon content, and we are going to, it's August 24th at 9 a.m. It will be held in a private Facebook group, so you'll have access to it forever and a day. And we're going to do so many artsy, fun things with crayons. Like some of the stuff we're going to do, you're not going to believe that it was created with crayons. It's so fun. But I wanted to share a couple of things with you. So while we were at Walmart getting these crayons, nobody had the 150 crayons. I haven't found them yet. But Tessa did find some cool crayon sets at Dollar Tree. She found neons, brights, and pearl. And they each have 8 crayons, but I thought, oh, that would be so fun. So Desi and I are going to Dollar Tree today to add to our big box of crayons. And these, I was going to tell you, these come in all these little packs, but and it comes with this cute crayon sharpener, but they all come out, so you could just fill this kind of cigar box-like box. Like once all of this white cardboard comes out, you could just have a bin of crayons. I love a bin of crayons. They always make me so happy. Like when I open it, I have a tin upstairs that I have filled with crayons, and I always feel like the possibilities are endless. Anyway, so while we were at Walmart, like I said, we found these in the school supply. You know I love me some school supplies. We found these stickers that look like Letterman's jacket patches. So I put I love art, and then I found this cute little fuzzy flower. Wait till you see Desiree's. She found all the stickers, all the patch stickers, right? And these were like, I don't know, like $1, 97 cents a piece or something. Anyway, but this brought her hours of happiness putting them on, and she's a very tactile child, so she likes to touch it, and me too. So think about that. Think about signing up for that class. It is open for registration right now, and we will have ourselves a time. I'm telling you right this minute. We will have ourselves a time. Okay, so now, does everyone have a piece of paper? You could certainly do this on copy paper if you chose. I am going to wet my filbert brush just in my water jar here. right? And then I'm gonna work that water into my paint. And then I'm just going to start to do some mark making. Oh, how fun! Yeah, I love that you're dock diving. I love that. Work that color in. So I'm going to start creating these, like a kind of a Tetris-y kind of pattern with my paint. So I'm going to turn my page. So this one, I had a little accident, so this one's going to be a little bit bigger. So you're just going to continue to... Oh, how fun. So here's the thing, one more thing about the class. The class it will be live on Saturday, August 24th, but you can take it anytime. You can sign up for it now and you can watch it anytime because you'll have access to it as long as there's Facebook. Okay, so now I am using some 90-pound watercolor paper, but you could do this on whatever you want. So let's really work that water into your paint. You see such a difference in your paint coverage once that water is incorporated into your paint. I don't know, I was just kind of feeling Filbert this morning. Rinse my brush. Oh, kind of feeling like maybe a square. I can turn. So this is a very mindful, relaxing exercise, right? But here's the thing, our pattern can be whatever we want. We don't have to repeat this, right? We could come over here and do some pink like that. We could do a long skinny pink here. We can change it up however we want. The object is just to fill the sheet with some cool watercolor patterns, for lack of a better word. I got more pink on here. Let's see. What if we do the big... Oh my gosh, I said big, and you know what I thought about that? Does anybody remember that Fig Newton commercial? Big Fig Newton. Anybody remember it? And the guy was dressed up like a Fig Newton, like a fig. Anybody remember? Is it just me? Chewy ooey. Biggie on the inside. Here we go. Whoops. So I took the kids to the mall yesterday to just, it's so hot here. There's always fun things to do at the mall. So we went to the mall and they There we go, there we go, there we go. It's starting to come together. They did, there's like a indoor bungee jumping thing, so they did that, and they did a square over here, maybe big square. And then let's see, we did that, and we went into lots of stores and did some window shopping. Oh, just looked at everything, and you can imagine that was met with lots of moans and groans, the idea of just window shopping. And let's see, what else did we do? We had lunch, and they had boba tea for the first time. I am not a tea drinker, so I did not partake in that. But it was a good exercise for them because I made them go up and like read the menu to find out what they wanted, and then thinking 3 of these kind of stripes, that might be cool. And then find out the price, which they were horribly expensive, like $8 a piece. Isn't that insane? Anyway, and then we went to the Lego store for Braxton, and he had himself a time there. And then, you know, we just wandered around. We, then Desi wanted to do the bungee jumping thing again, and so we kind of worked our way back that way. So we went to Lush, the bath store. Oh my gosh, I love that place. It smells so good, and it's oh, it's just lovely. Anyway, while we were so we did that. We went to Lush, and then I had to go to the bathroom, and so I went to the bathroom, and then after Lush, and then we walked down to the should we go this way? Yeah, that might be kind of fun. We went back to the bungee jumpy thing, and then we left. When we got home, and I realized that I didn't have my phone. And the panic that ensues, it's just the worst. So I went back to the mall, and I was, you know, when you're panicky and you're just not even thinking straight. It's funny now. It was so not funny then. Anyway, so I go back to the mall, because Jeff's like, do you want me to call it? And I was like, I can't answer it. That's dumb. He didn't mean that. He meant like if somebody has it, they would answer it. But I wasn't thinking straight. Anyway, so I go back to the mall, and I checked at Lush, and it wasn't there. And they said, do you want to call it? And that by then, my head was like smart enough that I was like, oh yeah. So I called it, and somebody answered it, and he said, can you prove that's your phone? This is your phone. And I said, yeah. And so he goes, I'm in Dick's Sporting Goods. So I said, okay. So I went to Dick's Sporting Goods, and my what do you call it? Screen, my you know, what do you call it? The picture that comes up on your phone. It's a picture of Jeff and I. And so I'm walking in Dick's Sporting Goods, and he said he was going to be in this shoe section. So I walk over there. I start walking over there, and he picks up my phone and looks at it, and then holds it up like he knows it's me. And I'm so thankful. Like, thank you, thank you, thank you. And like, should I have offered them a reward? I don't know. Anyway, I thought about that afterward. Maybe just be happy that the kindness of strangers. So I got home, and then and he said he had a thick accent, and so I wasn't exactly sure what he was saying. And I was just so happy to have my phone back. I just kind of hightailed it out of there. But on the way home, or on the way out of the mall, I stopped at Lush and got myself, a bunch of bath stuff. And because I was like, I could feel myself melting down. You know what I mean? So I'm just kind of trying to figure out where I want to go now. Go. Anyway, I got home after that, and I just immediately took my bag upstairs and had a really long hot bath. Do you know how sometimes that's like the cure, right? Anyway, then that evening, I remembered the guy saying something to me, but I didn't quite understand him, like I said. And he said something about pictures. And so, as I was sitting on the couch, I looked at my pictures, and there were like probably 10 pictures and a couple of videos of them just goofing off. And he said something about, your phone is in good hands, my love. It was crazy. It was, oh my gosh, Valerie, it was... And remember I told you that Jeff just lost his phone in Vegas, so he knew exactly what I was feeling. Like, it's just such a disconcerting feeling. Let's see. So I hope that you are just continuing to fill your artsy space, your sheet of paper, with shapes. Right? So I've got some see how that water just puddles. I need to pull that back. Sometimes I let it like almost dry before I do that, then it's easier to kind of just come in with a wet brush, because it's starting to, my paper's starting to curl slightly, so I should just leave it alone. Do 2 long greenies right there. So that was my heart attack for yesterday. God. And I'm just going to tell you, that hot bath with those lovely Lush smells. Yeah, he said he found it in the bathroom, so it must have fallen out of my purse. So now I will zip my purse. Always. So his girlfriend must have found it, because she was on in one of the pictures too. Honest to Pete, that was crazy. It was crazy. I know. So as I'm walking into Dick's Sporting Goods, I was like, I'm walking over toward the shoe section, and I thought, how am I even gonna know who they are? And then you know how your brain like goes into like worst case scenario, like what if this is some kind of a trap? What if it's some kind of a, oh my gosh. It wasn't. It was just nice people who found my phone and were goofing off with my phone. I know. It was insane. It was insane. I can giggle about it now, but I will just tell you, I was not giggling about it at that moment. I mean, I was just so relieved to find it. Holy tamale. Because you know what, in that moment, that's when you realize, like, your whole life is on your dang phone. But I digress. Let's talk about summer fruit. I was just thinking about how much I love summer fruit. I want to go like really long on this one. And one of my favorites is cherries. I think I love them so much because they have such a short season. Like, you don't get cherries for very long. I like black cherries. I like, we used to call them Bing cherries in Michigan. I like Rainier cherries. I don't like a tart cherry. I like the sweet ones. Oh man, I bet that was delicious, Keels. So while we were eating in the food court at the mall, we went to Panera, and I had a chicken strawberry something salad. It was so good. It had mandarin oranges and strawberries, obviously, candied pecans, chicken, green, like mixed greens. Oh man. It had pineapple. Oh my gosh, it was so, poppy seed. Thank you, Sue. That's right. It was delicious. Peach arugula salad. It was so yummy. It was so yummy. And I got the half salad, and I was like, so delicious. I wish I would have got a large. Wish I would have got the full. I know, their salads are so good, aren't they? They're so good. Let's see. Where are we coming with some color? I think we need to do maybe some more orange over here. I just want to keep growing it. Oh, this past weekend we watched the movie If with the kids. Has anybody seen it? It was so good. Well, we turned it on to watch with the kids, and Braxton immediately fell asleep. Desi watched it. But seriously, it was so good. It was so good, you guys. I know, they have so many good salads. Keely likes the green goddess. She does, she does. Okay, what am I going to do right here and right here? I'm thinking I need to add some more. What about some blue? Braxton is 10, almost 11, and he's sure to tell you that. And Desiree is 8. She'll be 9 in December. So we swim almost every single day. They swim. That pool water wreaks havoc on my eczema. So, I swim like maybe every other day or so. Another square. I saw this thing that I thought we could do today, besides going to shop for more crayons. I saw this thing, and now I've got to, you know when you see some kind of an ad on Instagram or whatever? I was like, that looks fun. Did I save it? No, I did not. But I know Instagram. I looked at it. I went to the website. So you know what? It'll come back up on my phone. Trying to find things that interest both of them is difficult because they have very different interests, and so we've had to have lots of talks about, like, this is something that Desi really likes, and so we need to be kind and take part in her experience, and then Do the same for Brax. So I've been working on finding things that are, some of them of interest to both of them, some of them that are of interest to both of them. Some Brax, some Desi, and some for both of them. Like there is we went to this place the other day, and it's an indoor slide park. So the whole place is filled with slides, and it's in an old grocery store space. And they had a blast there. He really likes to play basketball, but it's hard to find indoor basketball places that you don't like have to have a membership or, you know. And so I would probably have to stay there. And then what about Des? What is she gonna do? Oh, Color Me Mine. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Let's do. Okay, what else did I have to tell you about? The If movie, you gotta see it. It was just lovely. It was just easy and lovely. Yeah, our library does have like some summer programs, so we are, that's on the list of things to do. You know, like when we went to the mall, they wanted everything. And so we had to have that talk that like just because we're here doesn't mean we need to buy something at every place. Anyway, I love the idea that these Rachel Beth watercolors are giving me like my limited palette in the easiest way. Like she's taken all the thinking out of it for me. Okay, let's see over here. Let's do some more orange. How are you, Linz? Let's do kind of this kind of a shape. There's a lot of eye rolling. Do you remember 10 years old? Anything like that? Oh. Desiree would do it, but Braxton, he gets a little bit too cool for school, so I have a big one planned for him on Thursday, so hoping that makes a difference for him. This is just such a peaceful activity, this, just filling the pages with shapes, you know? A little over halfway done. I hope you're doing the same. Let's do some pink. This paper is so funny. It picks up fingerprints. Like I can see where my fingers were. Like the oils from my fingers are on here. But it covers up with more paint. So it's not... Like it's a little bit of a resist. But then as long as you put more paint on it. it kind of covers it up. I've been talking to Desi about that, like just turning your paper, turning your paper to make it easy for your hands. Do you know what I mean? That your paper's not nailed down to the table, so you can move it instead of trying to like crane your arm in a way that doesn't feel natural and doesn't make for the best art making. Turn your paper, turn your substrate, whatever your substrate is, if it's your art journal or whatever it is. Turn, turn, turn. That's so funny, Valerie. Oh, everybody, let's take a drink. I'm sure there are things that you can do, but that's like, you know, another step. Let's see. I'll just put a little bit more paint. Let's do a long green right there. There we go. Oh, I was just thinking. If I do green right here, then I could do orange right there. Now I have to start thinking about placement of colors. Like up here, I was pretty loosey-goosey, but now I'm having to think about it. I mean, it doesn't really matter, does it? But like, I don't want a bunch of green together, or, you know, I'm trying to kind of evenly space it all. Let's do some green down here. I'm loving the filbert. Like, that is really give me a whole different vibe when I paint. So think about that. Like, change up your brush type. You get a totally different vibe as you paint. Okay, let's do some blue. Looks like we need to do some blue right there. Let's do this one like kind of long. I don't know, I'm just feeling it. And with all the ick in the world right now, in our country, all the divisiveness, you know what? Painting can bring us all together. It's always been a uniter here, hasn't it? You know? Getting some... I know, that's so funny, because I did forever and a day, Valerie, only use a round brush. And now, I just pick up a different brush every now and again. And you know what? It just kind of opens up all kinds of things, you know? So I'm thinking we need to do orange in here. Oh my gosh, we had a big monsoon the other day, over the weekend. And remember I told you about the tree branch that that was like on the ground? Another one was on the ground. Like it just kept swaying in the wind, like. I was like, oh my God. Like I couldn't stop watching it because I was out the front window because I was afraid that it was going to swing and hit the window. Anyway, yesterday, when I came downstairs from my calm down bath, I was like, "Where's your uncle?" And they were like, "I think he's in the front yard." And he sure was, with the chainsaw, trying to cut down at least part of that branch. The lawn people will come and do the rest. It is so meditative, Michelle. It is so... Okay, what's Zuni? I understand what cornhole is, but what's Zuni? Is it I presume it's a game of sorts. Uno. Okay. I know what that one is. Kind of a long... It's so funny. It looks polka dotted, doesn't it? With the so cute. So cute, you guys. Okay, once this is all painted, once it's all full, I know we're running out of time, so I need to plug in my heat gun. So I can dry it so I can show you. Oh, Michelle, take a picture and put it in the group. Put it in the Corbiere-Scott Designs group. We're dying to see. So I'll finish this in a minute, but I wanted to show you where I was going with this idea. And just know that anything that I create, like today I'm going to create some cards, but all of these things can be translated into our art journals too. Just change things up just slightly. In the Corbiere-Scott Designs Facebook group. It's the one that has a black background and all kinds of bright flowers that I drew. You'll see. You'll see. Could somebody post a link? Keels, can you post a link to that group, please? Michelle, I think you're already a member there. I'm almost positive you are. Dying to see, dying to see. I think I'm gonna try to see if I can soak up some of this moisture. All right. Thank you, Keels. I should have just left well enough alone. Oh well. So if you don't already belong to the Corbiere-Scott Design Facebook group, please do yourself a favor and go over there. You'll want to, I told you, for, right, Denise? A lot of why didn't I just leave well enough alone? Because I can't help myself. And I just need this dry. I can go back and fiddle with things more in a minute. But I wanted to share with you, before we say goodbye, the my vision. Okay, so imagine this whole sheet is filled with artsy colors, right? And then we're gonna, and so we want to go 5.5. Is that right? Okay, put that. I'm gonna put this 4.25. Right? Okay, so this is our card front, and this is our card front. Then, you know what, maybe let's use our Misty so we get a nice clear stamp. So I'm gonna take my Misty. I'm gonna stick that down, and then let's take this posy. I'm gonna stick it right there, right? And I'm gonna use my Gina K amalgam ink. Push, 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 push. Stop it, you guys. That's really good, but let's do it one more time just to be on the safe side. Okay. So now, imagine, if you will, I'm going to mount this. I'll trim off some edges. So we have room for a little mat, and then by mounting it on black, do you see how that black flower just pops? Oh my gosh, you guys, I just felt like my brain just exploded with a million cool ideas. So I think I'm gonna cut like a 1/4 inch there on one side, and then 1/4 inch there. Then let's do 5 1/2. By 4 1/4. And then we'll mount this on. Right, Nancy? Aren't you, like, once you create something like this is clean and simple. Oh my gosh. I love it so, so, so much. And in this set of stamps, there are 2 sentiments that I thought I could somehow incorporate. So there is millions of thanks and a million thanks, or well, hello. And so Jeff just asked me if I had a thank you card, because he has somebody that he wants to do a thank you to. I think this is, shut up. I love it so much. I would I would put these wrinkly, wavy watercolor pieces in a book to kind of flatten them out completely, and then I would adhere it, if I'm being completely honest, and then stop it. And I wonder if I could just do the same with this up in the corner. Do you know what I mean? Just do the black ink on top. Let's do that. Da, 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 da. Take that off. Put that up here. So now let's. There we go. Nice and tight in the corner. I think right there. Oh, good thought, Keels. I'll do that on the next one. Yes! I love it, love it, love it, you guys. Okay. You see by just mounting that on black how it's making everything else pop. I'm telling you, this set of stamps is so versatile. I can make a billion things. That's true, Keels. That is true. I will absolutely do that on my next. I have 3 more to go, so I will absolutely heat emboss the rest. So, oh, comfort book. You know I love an extra step. You know I love an extra step. Let's see. One beautiful thing. Experience one beautiful thing a day, however small, however trivial. Read a poem, play a favorite song, laugh with a friend, gaze at the sky just before the sun's final tumble toward night. Watch a classic movie. Eat a slice of lemon drizzle cake. whatever. Just give yourself one simple reminder that the world is full of wonders, even if we are at a point in life where we can't appreciate things. It sometimes helps to remember there are things in this world to enjoy when we are ready. Stop it. I know we just read that one not very long ago, so let's do another. Protection. Once upon a time, I felt pressure not to let people down. I stayed doing work I hated, went to parties I didn't really want to be at, saw people I found agonizingly hard to converse with, faked every smile. Then my mind exploded, after which I realized it is better to let people down than to blow yourself up. Come on, I know, lemon cake. That sounds delicious, doesn't it? Desiree and her uncle made cupcakes the other day. They made yellow butter cake cupcakes with chocolate frosting. And we had to have that conversation about how you need to let the cakes cool before you put the frosting on. And Dwayne and Jeff and I all looked at each other and were like, we've all done it. We've all put the frosting on too early and it just melts into the cake. And then you're so sad. But Desi was a little stingy with the frosting. So Uncle Jeff had to go back and, like, there was half of the little thing left. So we're like, we like an even frosting to cake ratio. Anyway, that was a nice little treat. She always does some kind of baking with her uncle, and that's lovely. I can't wait to make this into a card. I can't wait. I love it. So paint some funky backgrounds. Do you know what I mean? Fill up a sheet with just mindful, easy painting. Nobody else is going to have a card like this. That's for sure. So until tomorrow in Stitch Along, I will bid you adieu. Remember that Stitch Along is at the same time. It is at 9 o'clock Arizona time. It is in the Stitch Along with Anne Facebook group, where we do some of the same except we're stitching. And I am stitching the Nativity collection that I drew for Adorn It. I'm working on some tea towels. I got my tea towel holder, Vanessa, and it is, Valerie, sorry. Just thinking someone talking to someone else, sorry. Valerie, I got my tea towel holder and I can't wait to display something on it. I can't wait. So, until tomorrow, I hope that you will paint a sheet of paper today. Just paint a sheet of paper and then use that pocket full of posies stamp and stamp some posies on there. Make yourself 4 cards. How easy is this? 4 cards. And they're striking and beautiful. I love the juxtaposition of, I love the juxtaposition of a painterly background with like a more refined art on top of it. Whether it in any, I just really like the juxtaposition of 2 opposite things. Everybody, have an amazing Tuesday. Have a terrific Tuesday. We will. And then we'll talk about it tomorrow. We won't lose our phones. We won't feel the need to take a hot, long bath to calm our nerves. We're going to have an amazing Tuesday. I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye, everyone. Thanks for joining me.